screen. I'm starting recording.
Yes, is visible.
Okay, fine. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so let us start this session. First of all, I welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. Myself, Harish, I would be going to take this session for the next 1 hour of time today. Okay, so this session is going to be called as Introduction to Data Analysis course. Okay, Introduction to the Data Analysis course. So whatever is the course that you people are going to join in the data analysis, for that it is going to be the introduction. And the trainer who is going to be handling to the session today, my name is Harish. Okay, my name is Harish. So I would be going to take the session for the next 1 hour of time. So again, I welcome you all to the demo session. Now, let us start the session of data analysis with my introduction first. Okay. Now, myself Harish, and I have 9+ years of teaching experience and working as a data analyst. Currently, I am working as a lead data analyst and having experience working in this data analysis field for more than 10 years. And I have experience in the projects working related to some banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also in the telecommunication domain. And I'm a master's degree holder in the data science and the machine learning. And coming to my teaching experience also, I have close to 9+ years of my teaching experience, and I have so many technologies I have been able to teach. But this data analysis is going to be the core skill of mine, because in the job also I am actually doing the same data analyst job. So parallelly, I am working as a data analyst and also taking the sessions of data analysis in here. Okay. So coming to the teaching experience, I have the experience over some thousands of students here. I have able to train them, and in the areas of every data analysis skill set in most of the practical way, because the practical sessions are going to be very much helpful for the students, because our aim here is to get a job, right? Our aim is to get a job, in the sense we need to have most of the practical knowledge. That is what here I would be going to focus more, rather than only focusing on the theoretical sides. Okay, so the complete skill set that I'm going to teach, it would be starting every subject from basics onwards only. There is a reason for that. Whenever the students joins in our data analysis classes, they would be going to come from different types of education backgrounds. Even today also, some of you might be a fresher. Okay, some of you might be a fresher, and some of you might be having some career gap. You might be completed your graduation some 4 or 5 years back, and now you wanted to enter into the software industry. And also some of you might be already working persons. Okay, already working persons. So it can be either in the IT sector or in the non-IT sector, anywhere it can be. So most of the students who joins in our data analysis course mostly falls under one of this category. Even the students who joined our demo session today, you are also going to be falling under one of this category. So you might be having a lot of doubts as a student, that can I able to learn this data analysis course? Is it okay for me? Am I eligible to learn? These kind of general doubts every student is going to have as of now. So here I would like to tell you guys, here every one of you are eligible to learn data analysis. Each and every one of you are eligible to learn data analysis, and there is no problem with respect to your eligibility. And learning is also very much simple. That is what we are going to facilitate for you here in a much easiest way. Okay, so that is what I wanted to just give you some introduction related to myself and related to the course also. Now let us try to understand about the complete data analysis things now. Okay, please everybody focus on this session. It will be going to improve a lot of understanding for you on this data analysis. I would like to start the things with respect to the 3 W's of data analysis today. Okay, what is meant by 3 W's of data analysis? So first W stands for what is data analysis. Second W stands for why we are using data analysis, and third W stands for where we are going to use. Let us start with the definition. So what is data analysis? What is data analysis? So if you observe this term, data analysis, it is actually a combination of two different words. One word is data, another word is analysis. What is meant by data? Data in the sense, always remember, it is nothing but information. We call it as what? Information. Data in the sense, simply we call information. Suppose about yourself, if I ask you, you would be going to say, if I ask you your name, what is your contact numbers, or what is your email address, what is your date of birth, your Aadhaar number, your PAN card number. Like this kind of details, if I ask from you, that is nothing but an information which is called as data. If I consider this information from 10 students, that is nothing but a data. If I consider from 100 students, that is also data. From 1 lakh students also, that is simply again data. So whatever the information you are going to gather, that information, whether it can be small or big enough or very, very big, no problem, that is still called as data only. Okay, then what is meant by analysis? Analysis in the sense, suppose when you are observing something or analyzing or examining something deeply, whatever the process you are examining or observing something deeply, we call that as analysis. Okay, examining or else observing the things deeply. Now combine both. What you're going to observe or examine deeply, the data you're going to examine or observe the things deeply. So you are going to examine the data and find out what is present in that data. That is what here data analysis we are going to do. It is the process of analyzing the data. It is the process of analyzing the data to find the insights. So carefully observe, guys. Whenever I say process, what is meant by process? Meant by process in the sense some series of steps will be there. Okay, what it is? Some series of steps will be there. Process of analyzing the data to find what? Insights. This is another new word for you. What is meant by insights? Insights is nothing but output of output of our data analysis. What you are going to analyze, I told, information or this data. From that observation, you're going to find something. That is what here I can say output. Suppose if I told you previously, I have some 30 students data. Okay, the 30 students data, whoever have attended our demo session, I am having the name of the student, what is their education background. Okay, and I'm asking the people who have attended our demo session whether the person has attended the demo session or not, whether they came for the offline or online demo, like this kind of details, mobile number, like this kind of details from 30 students I have been found. So this information I'm going to analyze. What type of outputs I can get? Total number of students, total. In this, how many of them are freshers? How many of them are having some career gap? These are all things I'm going to find it by using what? This 30 students information I have got it, right? And also I can tell you, okay, total 30 students, out of them, how many attended the demo? Demo count, how many? Okay, these are all the things. And also, how many students who attended demo came for offline? How many students attended in the online? How many students gave me the mobile number? How many mobile number of means how many for students mobile numbers I don't have? These all the things are nothing but what? Insights, because I am able to find all these things by performing the analysis upon the data. This is what I mean to say. You're going to follow different steps to get these final results. You're going to do some steps. That is what here we are going to discuss in some time. There are actually total 5 steps will be there. What are those 5 steps we are going to discuss? Okay, this is the 5-step process of analyzing the data to find out the insights. These insights we can also call it as findings, what you have able to find, and also we can call it as unseen trends. What we call unseen trends, in the sense the things which you can't able to see with your own eyes, you can able to see that by analyzing the data. That is what is the meaning unseen trends. Okay, so this is what is the definition here properly for a data analysis. I can say it is the process of analyzing the data, and we're able to use that process and find out the insights from your data. Okay, sorry. Okay, from your data. So that is what here I am calling as the definition. I guess everybody can able to understand the definition, right? Now let us move forward to the next question. You understood as of now what is it, but now let us try to understand why do we need to use data analysis. This is a very important question, guys. Try to focus here. You will get a better understanding of why I do need to know, do I need to learn this data analysis, what is the importance of it, what is the need of it. Every answer will get it. Okay, let us focus on this. So why data analysis is used? It is simple. Any company or any business you take, every company will be trying to find out how their business is performing. Absolutely, that is correct, right? If you know how your business is performing, then only you can able to make some decisions. If it is performing fine, okay. If it is not performing better, I will say, okay, why it is not performing better, where I'm lagging, so that I will make some decisions and I will be going to improve the company's performance. To understand how your business is performing, it is obviously required us to store some data. Suppose consider that I'm running a small shop. Okay, I'm running a small shop, and in that some person came at 10 a.m. and made some 100 rupees of sales, and one more person came at 10:15 a.m. and made a sales of some 50 rupees. Another person came at 11 a.m. and they have been made a sales of some 150 rupees. Like that, I have written in the end of the night, some suppose some 9 p.m. up to there my shop is there, and last customer made some 500 rupees of sales. So like this I am able to write it on a piece of paper. Because why? Very small amount of data. So in the total end of the day, I want to know what is the total sales. Suppose total sales of 5,000 rupees I made on that particular day. So total is 5,000 rupees of sales I have made in that particular shop. I can able to understand. So total number of customers visited, which type of products the customers have brought on the day. Everything I can able to find it here with this particular data I have been stored. Same way, consider that there is one company called as Zomato. There is one company called as Zomato. Zomato also wanted to understand total how many orders they deliver on that particular day, kind of thing. For that, what they need data. Here, how I am able to say 5,000 rupees of sales happened today? Because of this data. In the same way, I also want to find Zomato how much of sales they have been made on that particular day. I need data. So to store the data, they can't able to write on a piece of paper like this, right? Because why? In the 10 a.m., let's say you have got some 10 orders. So by the time you write those 10 orders, you there might be by the 10:01 a.m. there might be again 5 orders might be placed. In the 10:02 a.m. there might be again 5 orders might be placed. So here in one day, Zomato will get easily 8 lakhs of orders easily. These 8 lakhs of orders, is it possible to write on a piece of paper? Means of course it is not possible. Here I can write it. Hardly, if suppose 100 records you want, you can able to write it on a paper. You can write it on a paper. But this 8 lakhs of papers, it's not possible. This many orders is not possible to be stored in the paper. Then what we can do? We need to store it in some databases. That is where the databases will come into the picture. Okay, the databases, the servers, okay, the cloud networks. These all things will come into the picture where when you have a large amount of data. If it is a small amount of data, you don't need to do these or this much. You can able to directly write on a piece of paper and you can find everything. But when the things started for large amounts of data in this way, you take Microsoft, you take Google companies, you take any other big MNC companies, you take some Mintra, or you take go to some hospital. So there is a lot of data would be there everywhere. That is where the need for storing the data in the databases or servers in the cloud has been started. Whenever you have a data in this big kind of manner, you're going to store. How you can able to perform analysis? Here it is on a piece of paper. By using manual calculations you're doing. But if I want to do what is the total sales, I can't able to directly add up all the 8 lakhs of orders, 200 plus 300 plus. If I keep on doing, it will take a lot of time. I need some technology, right? I need some tech stack to do this analysis. That is what is our data analysis skills. That is what is our data analysis course we are going to learn. What are the tech stack or technical things do I need to learn to analyze this much of big amounts of data? Because in the companies, whatever you are going to work as a data analyst, always in your day-to-day life, you are going to get a huge amounts of data. You are going to analyze a large amounts of data. For that, we need to have some data analysis skill set. Okay, so those skills are what we are going to learn. That is the reason why data analysis is used. Okay, this data analysis is used to analyze the large amounts of data, and you're going to get somewhat insights to this data analysis. When you analyze this 8 lakhs of data, you will be going to get what insights you're going to get. Okay, fine. Once you get the insights, what you're going to do next? These insights, the businesses are going to use it, and they'll be going to make some decisions. What type of decisions they'll be going to make? For example, let me say in this particular shop when I'm running, I have some 3 hours of work today. Okay, I have some what 3 hours of work today. I want to close the shop for 3 hours. I need to know in which 3 hours I need to close. Is it morning time 3 hours, morning time 3 hours, or afternoon time 3 hours, or evening time 3 hours? How can I know? You might able to store this data from last 30 days or like that. You can understand, okay, morning 10 to 12 p.m. how much of sales I'm getting daily. From 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. how much of sales I'm getting. From 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. how much of sales I'm getting. You might have written, suppose let's say on an average morning time you're getting some 1,000, afternoon time you're getting some 1,500, evening time you're getting some 3,000. Now tell me which time is a better time to close the shop? people will be going to think like, okay, less amount of sales are happening in the morning time, let me go and get these 3 hours of work in the morning time, because most of the sales are happening in where, evening and afternoon time. So if I close the shop in the evening time, I will get more loss because I will lose more of most of the sales I'm happening there. So this kind of decision, I have only taken small examples I'm telling you guys. Okay, in the companies, actually, when I talk about decisions, it would be in the bigger scale. Suppose I'll tell you simple things. See, like a company is selling that products. Okay, some products they're selling, product A, product B, product C, product D. So I want to know what is the product wise sales I'm making. Suppose 100 rupees of sales I made, 150 rupees of sales, here 20 rupees of sales, and here it is some 70 rupees of sales. So I wanted to reduce one of the product which is not giving me much amount of sales. That decision is possible when you know what is the sales I'm getting for every product. If I know that, okay, this is C is performing very less amount of sales, it's not giving me much sales also, let us ignore this one and let us focus on product A, product B, product D. So this kind of decisions are able to be taken when you know the data analysis insights. For that, I need to have this data analysis. This is another reason. First reason is to handle the large amounts of data. Another reason is what? To make some decisions. If I talk about the business perspective, making decisions is the primary concept. Okay, if you understand your business, how you are performing, what you are performing, then only it is possible to improve your business. If you go and take a wrong decisions, your business will not improve. So to make a correct decisions, the data analysis insights are going to help us. Okay, so let me draw this, everyone. I mean, I've been cleared everything. Let us start writing it. I will write simple statement to understand what I have explained until now. So the businesses are using the data analysis insights to make better decisions, which will help the which will help the business to grow. Okay, which will help the business to grow. So try to read the statement once again. Businesses are using the data analysis insights to make what? Better decisions. Those decisions should help their company in getting the growth in the sense it can be getting more sales, getting more profits. Okay, whatever it might be, whatever the things that you want, you can able to achieve it by using data analysis. This is the reason why we need to learn it. Okay, now let us see which types of companies are using this data analysis. Also, this question will give you what are my applications of data analysis. What are my applications of data analysis? Let us make it first thing starting with e-commerce industries. Okay, starting with what? E-commerce industries. Everybody know about e-commerce industries, right? Amazon, we have Flipkart, and also we have some Walmart. Okay, biggest companies of e-commerce. Also some quick commerce companies like Zepto, Blinkit, and also I can say online shopping platforms like Myntra, Azio, Meesho, online ride booking apps like Uber, Rapido, and also let me say online food delivery apps like Zomato, Swiggy. These types of companies, they're all going to use data analysis for sure. And also in the banking domain, you can talk about any type of a bank. It can be national or international banks, and also the insurance related companies. These types of places data analysis will be used. And also in the healthcare, in the hospitals and pharmaceutical companies, and in the sports and games also. Suppose let's say cricket, football, hockey, badminton, wrestling, whichever the sports and games you take, data analysis will be there. Let's say if a player is not performing well, they'll be going to analyze the player performance. Where the player is making mistake, they will identify. Based on that, the suggestions are going to be provided for player to improve their gameplay. That's how data analysis will help you over there. And along with that, I can say in the education companies, in the education related companies, suppose you take our institute of analytics benchmark itself, there we can able to use the data analysis, and we can able to improve the joinings and understanding how the complete businesses are able to perform. Am I right? So here this education related companies, and so many things like stock markets, I can say marketing companies. Okay, marketing companies and promotions related ones, real estate, agriculture, and telecommunication you can take, finance companies you take. Wherever you go, the data analysis is there. I have not specially mentioned about the software industry, because every companies will go to software company only again to get that work done. So that's the reason. So entire software industry is going to use the data analysis. So when a skill that you are learning, if that skill is having this much of importance, then definitely you'll get a job easily. This data analysis is actually going to be very much helpful for us in the real time scenarios to understand what is happening over there. So when you can able to learn this skill set, getting job is simple. when our aim is to get a job, we need to choose a skill in such a way that should give you the job easily. And one more important thing would be career growth. If you learn this data analysis, the future would be very much safe, because even if you go for artificial intelligence related things, data is what needed over there. Whatever the skills you are going to learn here, it will be also related to our artificial intelligence concepts, and it will be much more easy in the future also if you wanted to go beyond this data analysis. So continuation will be there. That is the reason why career growth would be better, and also your getting job is much more simple. Okay, so now let us try to understand about what are the steps that we need to perform when you're doing data analysis, because I told you here it's a 5-step process. Okay, it's a 5-step process. So let us try to understand what are the steps, involved in data analysis. I told you 5-step process. What are those 5 steps? Let us try to understand. First step is about understanding the business requirements. Okay, understanding what? Business requirements. When I say business requirements, let's say you are working in a project as a data analyst. You wanted to know what is the project is about, who is the client, what is the work they're expecting us to do, and also consider that what is the complete project is about, what are your roles and responsibilities. These kind of general understanding of the data and also understanding the requirements is very much important. Okay, data understanding is a very important point when you perform analysis. That is also going to be done in the same step. Okay, understanding the business requirements, you can also consider that as understanding the data also. Okay, now the second step, once you came to know what are the requirements of the business, then you're going to bring the data. We call it as data collection, or I can say data gathering. So this step is important, guys. Why I'm saying it's important means, when you are going to perform analysis, data is needed. If you don't have the data, performing analysis itself is not possible. And when I told Zomato wants you to analyze their data, they should have data first. Whichever the order a customer places related to that, data should be stored. Then only it is possible for us to perform analysis. Okay, so data collection or gathering, if you wanted to do, you need to try to do what? Bring the data. Bring the data first. From where? Who will give you the data? That's the next question, right? Clients will give you the data. Whoever is the project head is there, that person is responsible for us in facilitating the data for us. Okay, so clients are going to provide you the data, who means head of these projects and all. So let me say the project is about the bank domain. In the banking, there will be a lot of data would be present. For example, customers data. Whenever a customer opens an account, that customer data would be there. And if a customer performs some transactions, so some transactions related data might be possible. And also if a customer is taken some debit card or credit card related to that, any loans data, and also any insurance related data, like that, a lot of data related to the work the bank will do, that data will be there. So the statement I wanted to pass here is, whatever the company business they do related to that, data will be generated. Because suppose if you take, a bank is not going to store what is the Zomato orders they're delivering, or a Zomato won't store what is an Amazon company sales they're getting. It is not possible for them. Whatever is a business they do, according to that data they are going to store. That is what is the first generalized statement you need to understand. When I talk about data collection or gathering, what is that you are going to do here? You are going to bring the data. What data needed for you to perform analysis? Whatever is the data needed for you to perform the analysis, I am going to bring the data. That is what we call data collection or data gathering. See here now, a bank is having this much of data, but the client told you that the requirement step, they told you that they wanted you to analyze the loans. But you go to the bank, there is a lot of data is available. But you know, don't need all of this. What you need? Only loans data. Because why? Client told you in the requirements that analyze the loans. So that is what I'm saying. You're going to select the data that is needed for you to perform the analysis. Even though there can be a lot of data, you don't worry about it. What is needed for you, you only bring that data. I'll tell you much more simple manner. See, understand that in the client, there are total 80 tables are there, or let me say some 100 tables are there. Some 100 tables are there with the client. Table in the sense rows and columns, guys. Okay, so 100 tables of data is present. So here you only need this loans data is only 20 tables among this 100. So you're only going to select how many? Select only 20 tables from the entire 100 available tables. You have total 100, but I don't need all 100, only loans related data, which is 20 tables only I'm going to bring. These numbers are just for example purpose I'm saying, but generalized statement can be getting the data that is needed for us to perform the analysis. That's it. That is a generalized statement. Okay. Once I can able to bring the data, then our next step will be going to start. The third step is about performing the data cleaning. You might be asking, we have a data, right? Why can't we go ahead and perform the analysis directly? It's not possible. If you perform the analysis directly, there is a problem will come. I'll tell you why. We are going to do now data cleaning or else data transformations. So let us see that with example. Data cleaning or transformations, why it is needed. Why can't we directly perform analysis upon after bringing the data? Let's go for some sample data. I'm having some sample data with me. I have taken some orders related information from one of a company. Only I am taking few orders for us to understand easily the example. So focus here, everybody. I'm having order ID, product, from which country the order came, the sales information, and the profit related information. So if you have a look at this data, if I directly go ahead and perform the analysis, here it is not possible. Why is it not possible? Means there is a problem present here. There is a missing data present. There is no data in this place. That is one problem. Other problem is this is the laptop spelling, and you can observe what is a laptop present here. Even though you and I know that it's both of them are laptop only, but when you go and perform analysis, this product it will treat differently. This product it will treat differently because spellings are different. There is a problem over there. So there is some of the spelling mistakes are present. That is inconsistent data is coming. Mobile spelling is also in the same way. And one more important problem can be here. The same data is getting repeated. If you observe the one of order ID number 2 on the top, same order ID number 2, same details, there is one more record. Can see same order ID number 2, same product mobile, same country UK, same sales of 25,000, same profit of 1,000 rupees. So when you have this one, we can consider it is what? It's a duplicate data in the sense same data getting again repeated. Here every information is same for these two rows. That's the reason we are calling it a duplicate. If at least here order number 3, here order number 6 is there, then that's fine. Because why? I can also order a mobile, you can also order a mobile. There is no problem in that. Same mobile, whatever I have ordered, you can also order that. For both of us, same sales can be there, same profit only the client will get. But at least already should be different, right? But already is also same. That is the problem here. Because of that, I'm saying it's a duplicate data. Okay. And one more thing can be here my sales value is in the dollar. Actually, remaining things are in the Indian rupees. Remaining sales values are in the Indian rupees, but this one is in the dollar amount. So how to convert that? So you know that $1 is equal to suppose 84 Indian rupees, and I wanted to know how many dollars is 476 rupees. How many dollars is 476 rupees? So here I want to find in the INR. So 476 multiplied by 84, if you do, you'll get the resultant in the INR. So it will be close to some 40,000. Okay, close to some 40,000. So this is the kind of transformations I wanted to perform. Whatever is the data that I'm having in this kind of format, I'm going to transform that and show it in the same format with the rest of the data. So this kind of transformations, if you wanted to apply, that is possible in this data analysis. If you don't do these transformations, if you don't remove these duplicates, there is a problem. What is the problem if you don't remove the duplicates? The client wants to know what is the profit I got for the mobile. What you will do according to this data, you'll say 1,000 rupees is there here, 1,000 rupees is there here, you'll say 2,000 rupees. But actually in the client account it is only showing as 1,000, but you are saying that profit is 2,000 rupees. See, there is inconsistency coming. Why? Because of this inconsistency. Why it is coming? Because of this duplicate data. If you have this kind of duplicate data or wrong values or values I don't have it here and some kind of incorrect information, if you get in this way, the result in the data analysis end you will be going to get wrong. So to get the correct results, always we need to perform the data cleaning. I have explained you why the data cleaning is required here. If you don't clean the data, what is going to happen? I have explained. If you clean the data, you will get the correct results. So in the real time scenarios, whenever you collect the data, that data might be having some inconsistencies or some missing data or some wrong values. You need to handle all of them before you perform the analysis. That is the requirement here, first of all. Okay. So always try to clean the data. That is just final statement I can say here. So how to clean the data? Let us start doing that. So I wanted to remove the duplicates. So that's the reason the last row I am not including. Separately I'm performing IC. So first thing is what I don't know what is the name of this product. So I went back to the client and I have asked for this particular order number 3, what is the product you have sold. They told me that it's a television. It's a television. And also the laptop spellings and all, they have been corrected it. Okay, we have it corrected it. And after that, whatever is the sales amount that you're having in the dollars, I have converted that to the Indian rupees. So there is no problem. Just you compare now. Just you compare now. If you say this is the table number 1 and if you say this is the table number 2, okay, table number 1, table number 2, which one is better for us to perform the analysis among 1 and 2? Which table is better for us to perform analysis? Obviously the choice will be what? Table number 2. The reason is because the table number 1, the data you can consider that is an unstructured data which is not cleaned, and in the table number 2 the data you're having is a structured data. So making your unstructured to structured data, this process is what I am calling as data cleaning or else data transformations. Okay, data transformation. So this is the step you which very much needed. This is the structured data I will use for performing the data analysis, not this unstructured data. Structured data is what I will use for performing the analysis. So I have shown you practically how these transformations and cleaning can impact our insights that you're going to get in the end, and also what is the problem with that, how to verify that, how can you correct them also. I have shown you with practical examples today. Okay, so now let us try to understand what type of analysis I can able to perform on this. So you have cleaned it, right? You have cleaned your data. What is the fourth step? Is to start performing our analysis. So when you're performing the analysis, I can use the data visualization. I can use what? Data visualization, or else I can also use some EDA techniques. What is EDA in the sense? EDA means exploratory data analysis. EDA in the sense what? Exploratory data analysis. In this exploratory data analysis, I am going to analyze the data through, it can be Python, it can be SQL, like that. Then in the data visualization, we can able to analyze the data through visualizations. Okay, through visualizations. As a data analyst, we need to show the insights in the visualizations. Also we need to do the analysis by using different kind of programming or some query based things also. So we're going to learn each and everything because it is a full stack complete data analysis course, not just one skill. Okay, so how to do this? What is data visualization? Let us try to understand it. Data visualization in the sense you are going to represent your data in terms of charts and graphs. Why it is needed? Why it is needed? Suppose you have a look about this data. This is the data after cleaning, right? There are how many orders? Just 5 orders are there. If I give you this data and ask you, please tell me what are the kind of products I have and how much profit I got. What are the products I have? Here I have laptop, and here I have some mobile, and here I have some television. And what is the profit I got for every product? So for laptop, one product is 2000 gave me, other product is 1000. Combined, I got some 3000 rupees of profit. What is a mobile? Here 1000 rupees, here 500 rupees. Both combined, here I'm saying 1500 rupees. And if I go to television, it's a 2000 rupees. Like this, I am able to write it manually. I can able to perform the analysis easily. But just assume here you have some 1 lakh data, 1 lakh of rows you're having. At the time I can't able to do it in this manner. Or let's say you have used some EDA and you are able to find it much easily, but still if you are having some 100 different products, it will be going to show 100 different products in this manner in a table. It's not so easy to understand when you show this in terms of the plain table format. That is the reason why we are going to use some kind of data visualization techniques here. Okay, we're going to use what? Data visualization techniques. So what are the data visualization techniques? In the sense representing this similar data in the form of charts and graphs. In the form of charts and graphs, let's say bar chart, a line chart, a pie chart. These kind of general charts and graphs we are going to use to represent this tabular information, which will be much easy to understand. It's a general thing, guys. Suppose let's say you're having some 100 pages of book is there. Okay, let's say there is some 100 pages of storybook something is there. The same book, whatever you're having, there was actually made a movie, some movie or some web series. Consider this movie is of 2.5 hours. If you can watch this 2.5 hours or movie, you will understand the story. Or you read the complete 100 pages of book, you will understand the story. So I'm asking you, what is your preference? Is it reading a book or is it reading watching a movie? If I ask you people, if you ask me, I'll 100% I'll say I'll go and watch a movie. Even 90 to 95 percentage of the people will say I will watch a movie to understand that story. Why is it? Because in the movie, it would be very much easy to understand. When you read a book, you need to imagine yourself what is happening over there. But in the movie, everything is in front of your screen. And emotions, it can be the extra related things in the movie can be more interesting. It will make you, it can be music, it can be the fight sequences, or it can be the emotions in front of you. These all things will make movie a much more interesting than reading a book. It's a general human tendency. So the same thing also I'm doing. This is like your book. Whatever the information you are storing here in this terms of Excel file, this is like your book of insights. Instead of showing this book, what I'm going to show as a movie, I'm going to show. How I'm going to show as a movie? Let us see. I'm going to represent this information in the movie now. Let's see. I'm going to take one x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so this is an y-axis. Most of you might know, right? In the 10th class mathematics also we used to have this kind of charts and graphs. So this is x-axis and y-axis, right? So on the x-axis I'm taking products information, and on the y-axis I'm taking the profit. So let's write it. What are the different products I'm having? Laptop, I'm having some television, and I'm having some mobiles. And here I'm taking, this is 1000 scale, this is 2000, and this is some 3000. Okay, suppose if I wanted to draw a bar chart now for the laptop, how much is the sales happen? For the laptop, how much is the sales happen? 3000 rupees. Let us represent that. How to represent? I'm taking here, for example, let me say this is the laptop, 3000 rupees of profit. Okay, 3000 rupees of profit. And what's next? Television. Television is of 2000 rupees of profit. And what's next? Mobile. Mobile is of what? 1500 rupees of profit. Can you see this one? If I represent this information in this way, it's very much easy to understand for the client. Rather than showing in the tabular format, the same tabular format information, I am going to store it in terms of charts and graphs, and which would be much more easy for us to understand that particular data. If I show this particular graph to the client can able to easily understand what is the best performing product for me. I can say laptops are performing much product, good profit they're giving, and mobiles are giving me less profit. Okay, what they're going to give? Less profit they're giving. So these less profit products, they will be going to focus more to improve their sales. Let's say mobiles are giving me less amount of profit. I wanted to improve the sales. So they are only selling only two brands as of now. Let's say they're selling some iPhones and they're selling some Samsung phones. Because of that, their profit is not increasing. Okay, they'll make a decision. Okay, that does include some brands like Realme or some Poco phones, like something phones I just wanted to improve, add to the existing phones so that their profit might be increased. This kind of decision making is possible when you understand your data. That understanding is what I'm providing through these charts and graphs. Okay, so to make a decision, I already told you why data analysis is used. Businesses will use the data analysis insights to make these kind of decisions so that they can improve their business to grow. So that is what here I'm doing. Whatever the data you gave me, that data I'm neatly showing in terms of charts and graphs. I told you that this is like your movie. Whatever the things that I have shown in the Excel, that's like a book. Which one is more interesting to understand, more easy to understand, is obviously going to be the movie. Here nothing but the visualizations. So this is what we call as data visualization, representing your information in terms of charts and graphs. Representing information in terms of charts and graphs is called as data visualization. So when I say here if I wanted to write a term, it would be easy to show here in this manner: graphical representation of data. Okay, it's a graphical representation of data. You're simply going to represent your information in terms of charts and graphs. This is what is data visualization. Okay, so once this insights were found. What is the last step you're going to do? You're going to share with the clients. You're going to do what? Share those reports with the clients, and because of that, they can able to easily understand what is happening in their business, and they will make some decisions. This is what is the 5-step process. This last step, you can also call it as data storytelling. You call it as what? Data storytelling means you're going to tell a story to the client saying, okay, this so product is this is the profit, this is the sales. You can tell some movie story to them by using those visuals. That is what here as a data analyst you are going to do in the companies. Once you join in any company, these are the steps you will perform. Okay, to perform this, you need some skill set. That is what I told in the beginning. I have written so many things over there. I told you in the end, to analyze that much of big amount of data, I need some tech stack. I told you, right? That is what here I'm going to teach you people. So let us try to understand what skills. But before that, I would like to simply explain you what are the steps I explained in this data analysis. I would like to show you with a simple real-time example. So the real-time example I want to use here is the cooking process example. I guess most of you know about the cooking process. Generally, if you see in your day-to-day home also, when you wanted to eat something, you need to prepare that cooking. That one I want to take it as an example. Please carefully observe. This would be little interesting to understand. So cooking process in the sense, suppose when mother wants to prepare some food, they will be first of all going to ask what is the food item they want to eat on that particular day to the family members. Am I right? There is nothing but what? You're understanding the requirements of your family members. Some person will say some item, some other person will say some another item, like different types of items they would be going to say about their interest. But what they will do in the finally, one or two items they will finalize among all the family members items, what they will discuss, and they'll say like, okay, let us eat these two items. Like every day this might not happen, but at least in the festival days, on special occasions. Okay, so on a that particular day I wanted to eat these two food items, like that they will be going to decide. That is what is the first step in the cooking process. Once you finalize the food item, what is the next thing? What are the ingredients needed for that food item to prepare? Let's say you want to prepare some chicken biryani. What are the food item ingredients that you need? You need some chicken, you might need some rice or some onions, some tomatoes, and all other things you need, right? So you're going to gather all of that. Let's say in your home you don't have some of the ingredients. What you will do? You'll go to the market. In the market, if you go, there would be hundreds of vegetables will be found. Hundreds of vegetables or varieties of uh, like the ingredients should be found. But what is needed for you to prepare the chicken biryani, only you're going to bring. Same way here in the client, there would be lots of data would be there, but what is the data needed for you to perform that analysis is what I'm going to bring. Only needed for me is 20. In the same way, when you go for the market, you might need only few vegetables. You might need tomato for preparing a chicken biryani, but why you do need potato for preparing it? Potato is not needed for you, so don't buy it. Just ignore that. That is what here you have transactions data. You don't need it. You only need loans. Only take loans data. Same way in the market also, what are the ingredients you needed? You are going to buy that. And once that you have brought your ingredients, you're going to clean them. You're going to wash them first. What are the tomatoes you brought, onions you brought, or meat you have brought? You would be first of all clean that. You will be going to wash them. After that, you're also going to do transformations. In the sense, what the big size onion, you're going to cut it and make it into the small pieces. That is what you're going to call it as transforming that big size onion to small size onion. Okay. After doing that, what you're going to do? You're going to start cooking. You're going to you have some onion, tomato, some meat is there, rice is there. All of them you're going to mix it, start cooking, and show in the final product. What is our final product? This is your final product. What is your ingredients and all? These are your ingredients. These are your ingredients. These are all ingredients you have been used it and made as the final result as this graph. That is what is your final product. So in this fourth step here, your cooking will be done. Finally, chicken biryani, whatever you wanted to prepare is ready. What you're going to do the last step, you're going to share with the family members. You're going to share with the family members. So that's it. That is what is a cooking process, and our data analysis steps, both of them are same way we are going to do. That is a correlation here. Okay, I guess it is easy to understand from next time onwards. Okay, now let us focus on the last step of our demo related to the skills part. What are the skills that we are going to teach? See, Excel, statistics, SQL, Power BI or Tableau, and Python. Okay, these are the skills that we are going to teach you people in this data analysis course. You might be thinking like, sir, I am from non-technical background. I don't know what is Python or Power BI or SQL or nothing. I don't know. Not even Excel also I don't know. Then can I able to learn that? That kind of doubt you might be having in your minds. See, guys, you need to start at some point of time if you wanted to learn something. By birth itself, we don't know anything. We are learning it and then we are improving ourselves. Same way, all the skills nobody will know. Some person might know excellent Power BI, but that person might not know Python. Some person might know excellently Python, but that person don't know SQL. It might be possible. So we are going to teach you everything from the basics. That's the reason. Everything from the basics, if I start it, it will be easy for every student here to understand until the advanced part. You might ask me, sir, up to how much we are going to cover? Up to advanced, up to like a 3-4 years of experience at data analyst knowledge, how much it is needed. That knowledge you are going to gain here. Again, I'm repeating, like a 3-4 years of experience data analyst knowledge, how it will be. Same knowledge you are going to gain here. That much of advanced topics we are going to cover for you. Okay, basics to advanced for every subject, that too with the real-time projects of 15 plus real-time projects we are going to teach you. 15 plus real-time projects, in the sense from every project a skill will be covered for you. And also here from the student side, if they are going to practice, suppose in the Power BI I have told you on project, suppose as a student you're also going to take some new data set and try to do the same process and achieve the result. That is nothing but what you have done one more project, I have done one project, both of us combined, two projects are there in the Power BI. In the same way, if we can able to do it on every skill, if we can able to achieve both of us combined 15 plus projects is the target in this course. Both of us together, we are going to make 15 plus real-time projects. We will work together. You're going to finally get these 15 plus real-time projects by the end of this course. So this is the target for every student in this course. I can say getting these projects, because why I'm focusing on this project series, these projects are going to be really important to get the practical knowledge. Because if you go to interview, they will only ask you, can you have you done any project, how much of knowledge you're having as a data analyst. To verify, projects is the estimation for them. Okay, project is the estimation for them. So to get that thing, projects are very much important. So do these more and more projects that will improve our understanding that we are going to achieve in our data analysis course. So along with this, a lot of data sets we are going to share with you. A day-to-day notes also going to be shared with you. Whatever the notes I'm writing on this notepad, that would be shared. Along with that, materials also we are going to provide, in the sense for every subject, what is the PDF needed, that reference material kind of thing you are going to get in this course. Along with that, day-to-day recordings, everyday recordings are going to be shared with you. Okay, suppose if you see one of the normal class recording, this is day-to-day notes, and you can see, go to the recordings one. So everyday class recordings, can you see, is ongoing batch. Okay, so in this way, every day the recordings are going to be shared in the same day itself. Okay, recordings will be shared on the same day. And also this will be an view access would be there for the recordings. Okay, everybody will be going to have view access for the recordings. And along with the recordings, we can also share a lot of assignments for you to practice. Okay, assignments will be there for you to practice. We're also going to conduct some exams for you people to attend the exam and also understand how much you are able to get the knowledge. And also important interview questions will be shared for every subject. Okay, some hundreds of important interview questions you're going to gain. Resume building class will be there, how to prepare the resume, how to add the projects, how can I explain those projects in the interview related to that part of resume building. And also the LinkedIn as well as the Naukri profile creations. Okay, LinkedIn as well as the Naukri profile creations and mock interviews. What are these mock interviews actually? Suppose if you go for any company, how the actual job interview is going to be. The similar kind of interviews we are going to conduct for you here in the end of the data analysis course, so that every subject will cover overall how a actual job analyst, means a actual job interviews is going to look like. We're going to give you that feel of this mock interview, so the students will know, can expect what kind of questions would be there in the actual job interviews. Okay, so that mock interviews I'm going to provide you the help here. And from our institute side, you're going to get the placement assistance until you people get the job. Okay, placement assistance until you people get the job. Along with that, here we are going to provide you the course completion certificate. So course completion certificate will be provided. But according means along with that, here I am also extending my help for you to get this Microsoft Azure certifications. Microsoft Azure certifications. So Microsoft Azure certifications are really very much handy for you people to get into the jobs, because why I'm saying is, suppose there is a job opportunity, some 100 candidates applied for that. So they will screen your profiles before they conduct interviews. Before interviews only, they need to screen some of the profiles. When you have these certifications in your profile, you will be given preference. Suppose among 100, 10 students are or 10 candidates are having this certification. Those 10 people will be given more preference. First of all, they will conduct the interviews for them. If they get selected, then that's it. Remaining 90 people, they won't even get the opportunity to attend interview at all. I wanted everybody to have that preference, means these certifications will help you. Okay, I'm extending my help here. I'll make you understand which certifications you can target, how to prepare, and how to write down that exam. Because certification in the sense from Microsoft, you need to write an exam, you need to pass it, and then you'll get the certificate. From for some certificates, you need to even pay some exam fees, but without paying any exam fees, you can achieve 3 free certifications also. So those certifications here I would be going to helping you to guide how can you get that. Okay, and here the complete duration of this course, guys, it is going to be total 4 months of duration it is going to consider. And also the classes will be daily from Monday to Friday. Daily 1 hour of class will be there. Very rarely we'll be going to take on Saturdays 1 hour of class, but Monday to Friday will be the regular classes. Few days on Saturdays also we are going to take the classes. And here the class timings are morning 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. in both offline as well as online. In both offline and online, the classes are going to happen. Just like how the demo was happening in both offline and online, the classes are also going to be in both offline and online. Either you come for offline or in the online. Few days offline, few days online. It's of your choice. How many days you want come for offline, you can come. You can sit and practice here itself after the class, or after the class you're practicing in the online, you have got some doubt, you can directly call me, or you can directly ping me in the WhatsApp and you can ask me the resolution. I can clarify your doubts over there. Okay, and also here, guys, the practice is a very much important. I'll be going to give you the day-to-day tasks also for you to practice. Assignments are going to be very much important. Here everything has been on the students favor to make them very much practice better and understand. Here the advantages I'll tell you, guys. Every skill here I am the only trainer who will teach. There is no separate trainers concept. Because what is the problem is, if some faculty comes and teach you SQL and some faculty comes and teach you Python, we don't know their faculty's way of understanding, their concepts of explanation would be different. So their gap will come between SQL and Python if there is any linkage. But here, when I'm going to teach you both all the skills by the same faculty, it would be better to have that continuation. So you will not miss any kind of continuation. Every skill here I am only going to cover. No separate faculty for separate skills. Okay. Here, let me write down that point. I am the only trainer who will teach you, who will teach all the skills mentioned. And one more thing is that here for the students side, you can attend any skill any number of times. Let's say I am a student, I have joined in the batch. Let me say for some reason I have not attended some classes of Power BI, again wanted to listen it. Yes, you can possible, you can attend any skill any number of times. Why? Because this is the current batch I am going to take the classes for you. We have also some other batches also available. In the other batches also, we have in the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We have one more batch before your batch, 9 to 10 a.m. also. There, if suppose Power BI is going to happen, I will also ask you people, if anybody are interested, you can come and join there also. You can join in both. It's not that once you join 9 to 10 a.m., I can't able to join 10 to 11. You can join again. You can attend any skill any number of times. That is one possibility. You don't need to pay any extra amounts for that. And another possibility is that, suppose let's say I don't want to spend 4 months of time. Sir, I want to complete the course in less amount of time. Is there any way? Yes, you can attend both classes. 9 to 10 you attend, 10 to 11 also you attend. Daily 2 hours of class if you can attend, you can complete the course in less amount of time. For that, you no need to pay any extra amount. No hidden charges, just the registration fee. With that, you can attend any skill any number of times, and you can attend any batch also. In multiple classes, you can attend and complete the course in less amount of time. For that also, no hidden charges. Okay. So that are some of the advantages we're providing for the students here. And also, guys, here every skill will be covered in more deep from the basics onwards with the more practical side. And for every subject also, we're going to conduct the exams to prepare the students according to the real-time scenarios of the data analyst jobs. Okay, so whatever the class that is happened today, this is our first introduction class. Okay, now the things related to some of the pending things are there. See, I have not mentioned what is the time duration for every skill, what softwares we are going to use in Python, what softwares in the SQL, what software in the Power BI. First of all, why SQL is needed, why Python is needed, why Power BI is needed for us to perform or to learn this data analysis, in which step SQL is needed among these five. We have not discussed those kind of things. I know that. That would be covered in the second free class, because here total we are going to offer how many? Total three free classes we're offering. Total three free classes. Already the first free class is what we have been covered now. In the second free class, which is going to be happening, so second free class, which you no need to pay any amounts for that. The registrations will start after the third free class. So second free class will be on the next week only. Okay, next week you can consider on the 19th itself. You can able to join second free class on the 19th of November at the time of 10 a.m. in both offline as well as online. Okay, if possible, come for the offline class. It will also give you some confidence about our institute, and when you have the trainer face-to-face interaction also, it will give you better confidence. If it is not possible, no problem, online there is nothing wrong in that. Anyways, the session is going to be the same. Okay, here the trainer interaction is what important, guys, because why I'm trying to say is all the skills here you can able to find anywhere in the online also. Maybe you can able to find it easy for free also, but why students still want to come and learn here is to get that interaction between the trainer. If I get some doubt, some personalized career guidance, if I want, in the free classes nobody will tell you over that in the YouTube or somewhere, but here when you come to us, I will be going to have a personal interaction with you. You don't overcrowd. We don't have hundreds of members of students here. It would be limited number of students only will be available. Okay, so you can come and attend the classes offline, have a face-to-face interaction also. No, sir, if it is not possible for me, attend online. Whenever you have any doubts, you can directly get in touch with me. We can have a separate meeting, and you can have a one-on-one calls, and I can help you according to what is your perfect career guidance way I can able to do. Okay, so these are all kind of advantages you are going to get with us. Okay, trainer interaction is very important. Why you want to learn the course here without by paying money, by somebody is teaching you in the YouTube for free? Because there, if you get a doubt, nobody will answer you, but here I'm going to have that, and I'm also going to help you with your particular career kind of requirement. Okay, so these are all kind of advantages you're going to gain. So please come for offline classes if possible, or in the online. Second free class is on 19th November. On that particular day, we are going to cover the things that are related to the technical side of data analysis, like which steps are needed for which skill, what softwares, what time duration, like that. And from that day onwards, the batch will start, because the third free class is on 20th of November. The next day itself, it will continue with the subject. Okay, only two classes are introduction classes, and from third class onwards, your subject is going to start. Okay, after third free class only, the registrations are going to be. So please try to present on that particular day, and we can able to clarify your more doubts as well. Okay, so this is up to here for today. I'm stopping it now. If you have any doubts, you can please